The following is an Investor Brand Network audio production via our audio press release solutions. As a multifaceted financial news and publishing company, Investor Brand Network utilizes its network of more than 5,000 distribution partners as well as other corporate communication tools to introduce public and private companies to a wide audience of investors, consumers, journalists, and the general public. Investor Brand Network's platform connects the investment community with companies that have great potential and a strong dedication to building shareholder value. The following audio press release may feature a client partner of Investor Brand Network. Investor Brand Network may have been compensated for the production of this audio production. Please be sure to read our entire disclaimer for full disclosure.
Network Newswire presents Investing in Quantum Computing, What Every Investor Needs to Know. Quantum computing has moved from research to reality as companies increasingly turn to the power of quantum mechanical effects to solve complex computational problems and maximize efficiencies throughout their businesses. When considering the quantum computing landscape, it's important to note that not all quantum computing technologies are the same and approaches vary. While some companies are focused on building quantum systems that won't be available for many years to come, others are offering real, practical quantum computing applications available today to help tackle a myriad of complex business challenges. Hundreds of early quantum applications have already been built to address complexities in resource scheduling, mobility, logistics, drug discovery, portfolio optimization, and manufacturing processes. Despite a growing marketplace of quantum computing players, only a handful are currently commercially viable. Industry pioneer D-Wave Quantum Incorporated, QBTS on New York Stock Exchange, is the first company with real-world commercial annealing quantum computing services, and the only company building both annealing and gate-based quantum computing products. D-Wave, which just became public via a SPAC merger, is at the vanguard of the quantum sea change in computing alongside other computer juggernauts, such as Microsoft Corporation, MSFT, Alphabet Incorporated, GOOGL, International Business Machines Corporation, IBM, and Honeywell International Incorporated, HON. Boston Consulting Group estimates quantum computing to create a total addressable market, or TAM, between $450 and $850 billion in the next 15 to 30 years. D-Wave is the only annealing quantum computing company in the world, and the only company working on both annealing and gate model quantum computers. The company commercialized the first annealing quantum computer in 2011, now offers a fifth generation, and has released a sixth-gen prototype. The QBTS client list boasts more than 24 Forbes Global 2000 companies that use the advantaged quantum computer and quantum hybrid applications in the Leap Quantum Cloud service for resolving complexities in resource scheduling, mobility, logistics, drug discovery, portfolio optimization, and more. Quantum computing has been around in theory and development for decades, but only recently has it made substantive progress, building momentum to go mainstream and overcome shortcomings of traditional computers related to power and processing speed. Boston Consulting Group, or BCG, sees the potential for quantum computing to significantly impact multiple industries, creating a total addressable market, or TAM, between $450 billion and $850 billion over the next 15 to 30 years in the process. BCG estimates $5 to $10 billion of the anticipated TAM growth will come in the next 3 to 5 years, with 20% of the overall TAM to apply to quantum hardware, software, and service providers like D-Wave. The rest is expected to be captured by commercially developed quantum applications. 451 Research, part of S&P Global Market Intelligence, echoed the bullish sentiment. In its study of Fortune 1000 companies in North America and Europe, the firm found that 39% of respondents were experimenting with quantum computing today, and 81% have a use case in mind to run in the next 3 years. Why? Because nearly all, 97% of the enterprises, rate solving complex problems as high importance or business critical. As the world's only annealing quantum computing company, and with annealing quantum computing best suited for optimization problems, D-Wave, QBTS on New York Stock Exchange, is uniquely positioned to capture a significant portion of the TAM for combinatorial optimization problems. In a world where 39% of enterprises have abandoned complex problems because of time and difficulty to solve limitations, D-Wave has proven commercial viability and market leadership. D-Wave is the first company to bring to market a real-time cloud-based annealing quantum computer solution. The company is one of the newest public quantum computing companies and members of the NYSE, but it has a long history of more than 2 decades of technology innovation, unlocking the power of quantum computing, commercial successes, including building the first commercial quantum computer that is now on its 5th generation, and hundreds of use cases built by customers, including more than 24 of the Forbes Global 2000. Annealing versus gate-based. It's important to have a general understanding of the state of quantum computing and why D-Wave is differentiated in the space. In quantum computing, the 2 common approaches are 1. Annealing. Those inspired from neural net-based architectures and used today for optimization problems. 2. Gate-based. Those inspired by the way traditional silicon architectures constructed for when error-corrected use cases are required, as in materials science and pharmaceutical research. D-Wave is building both types of quantum computers, and its cross-platform approach is expected to bring both annealing and gate-based technologies to enterprises' toughest problems. As an example, in the life sciences industry, quantum computing broadly unlocks applications, including patient trials, annealing, drug toxicity, annealing plus gate model, and designer drug discovery, gate model. According to the CEO of D-Wave, Alan Baratz, gate-based systems are several years away. D-Wave is the only annealing quantum computing company in the world, says Baratz. When the company set out to build its first quantum computer in 2010, management picked annealing over gate-based for a number of reasons, including a faster path to commercialization and business value for customers. Annealing is best suited for solving optimization problems and has shown this in a demo built for the Department of Homeland Security. D-Wave demonstrated how it could use quantum hybrid approaches to determine the most efficient use of resources at 1,000+ hospitals during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic. Sounds simple, but all the possible variations of facilities, locations, beds, ventilators, and more are mind-boggling, and the problem becomes far too complex for traditional computers. The ability to input vast amounts of data and turn out the most efficient course of action is invaluable for countless applications, such as employee scheduling, autonomous vehicle routing, peptide design, fraud detection, optimizing clinical trials, and much more. Relentless product progression. D-Wave has established a history of relentless product delivery, developing the D-Wave 1 annealing computer in 2011 and bringing to market 5 generations of quantum computers, now commercially branded as Advantage Quantum Systems and accessible through D-Wave's real-time quantum cloud service, Leap. In June 2022, D-Wave unveiled an experimental prototype of the 6th generation annealing quantum computer, called Advantage 2, also available through Leap. Advantage 2 is expected to feature a 7,000 functioning quantum bits, or qubits. In addition to multiple generations of quantum computers and a real-time quantum cloud service, D-Wave's product portfolio includes Ocean, a toolbox of open-source developer products, and Launch, its professional services customer onboarding service. The company's intellectual property is protected by a robust patent estate of 200+ patents, applicable to both annealing and gate-based quantum computing. Consistent commercialization. With a legacy of building and delivering commercial annealing products for more than a decade, D-Wave is an established player in the sector. The company's products and services have attracted more than 24 Forbes Global 2000 companies, which use Leap and Advantage to build custom optimization solutions across diverse areas such as resource scheduling, mobility, logistics, drug discovery, portfolio optimization, manufacturing processes, and more. A few well-known customers include Deloitte, Volkswagen, Save-On Foods, Denso, BBVA, NEC, and Lockheed Martin. In 2021, 68% of D-Wave's quantum computing as a service, or QCaaS revenue, came from commercial customers.
This audio press release is an original broadcast provided by Investor Brand Network, a multifaceted financial news and publishing company that delivers a new generation of corporate communication solutions, including news aggregation and syndication, social communication, and brand awareness tools. Investor Brand Network may receive payments for the services and solutions provided to its client partners. You should assume that the owners, officers, and directors of Investor Brand Network or financial analysts mentioned in this audio production may hold a position in and may intend to trade the securities on their own accounts. This audio production is not an offer or recommendation to buy or sell any securities mentioned in this audio production. The information in this broadcast is presented solely for informative purposes and is not intended to be or should it be construed as investment advice. As in all investments, investment in the featured companies carries an investment risk. Listeners should review the companies thoroughly with a registered investment advisor or registered stockbroker. This audio production by Investor Brand Network is not purported to be a complete study of the featured company or other companies mentioned. Information used and statements of fact have been obtained from featured companies and other sources but not verified nor guaranteed by Investor Brand Network as to completeness or accuracy. Such information is subject to change without notice. Please see our full disclaimers and disclosures at investorbrandnetwork.com.